Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekers YouTube channel. Today we're here in Silver Springs, Florida, and today we're going to check out the Silver Springs State Park and glass bottom boat rides. Hopefully we get to see some monkeys. Make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go.
Let's go. All right, y'all, like Louis said, we're in Silver Springs State Park. About 2 years ago, we kayaked this spring, and I'll link that video down below for you guys. But this is where the famous monkeys are. So fun facts, those monkeys actually are not friendly and you do not want to get near them. And we'll tell you some more about that later. But we're going to hustle on over to the boats and yeah, then check out the park. So let's go. It is $2 to get into the park, and then I think the boat ride is a couple extra dollars past that. Put that right here because Louis bought the tickets, so I don't know. But right behind me, you guys can see the springs and the beautiful water. So over here looks like to be like the welcome center, like a gift shop. So we'll check all that out too. So we are here at the end or the start of November. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see some manatees. Manatees are coming back into the springs, and yeah, should be a good time. Yep, so we have the glass bottom boats there, and it is narrated. There's plenty of like super crystal clear water over here as well. And then you can kayak, as you can see over there. So maybe we'll come back and kayak here again. So right there is the gift shop. Like going this way, it looks like they have a discovery center. Well, what's in there? Maybe we'll check that out a little bit later. They have a cafe, snack shop, all kinds of cool things. So here are some of the requirements for being able to ride the boats. Someone's been a little stressy today. He isn't talking about him. He's getting annoyed. You good, bro?
Yeah, all right.
Are you sure? Because I was a little worried about you there for a second.
Well, so it is a bit of a walk. I mean, not that far, but on the map it looks like a lot farther from the parking lot to here. Plus there was like a super long line at the ticket booth. Nobody's really moving with a purpose there. Yeah. And a lot of snowbirds this time of year. But anyways, bought our tickets online. Thought that was going to help save some time, but doesn't really, because you have to. So the tickets online were $13. That does not include park admission, so that's an extra $2. So you have to stop at the front gates anyways to get your, not only get your real tickets, but also pay your park admission. Today happens to be Veterans Day, so the park is free. So we saved $4 today by not having to pay park admission. So that was a nice little bonus.
But you still had to wait in the line to find that out, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And a lot of people had a lot of questions today. Apparently they don't watch Professional Weekenders and get all your questions answered right here.
Yeah.
For the boats, they tell you to be here about 30 minutes early. The lady at the ticket booth was telling people to be there, to be at the boat dock like 20 to 15 minutes early. By the time I showed up at the thing, we were already at 20 minutes. So she's like, be there about 10 minutes before.
Okay.
So we are here as quickly as possible.
We're gonna hop in line.
And we're gonna hop in line, and we'll give you some more facts about the boats while we're waiting in line.
So there are regular tours and then extended tours, and I'll have Louis tell you the difference because I'm not sure. I mean, obviously one's longer than the other, but I don't know which one we signed up for.
Yeah, so they didn't have any availability for the extended tours today, so we're just doing the regular tours. So the regular tours happen 7 days a week. The extended tours are only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Regular tours are 30 minutes. The extended tours are 90 minutes. The regular tours cost $13. The extended tours cost $23.
Okay. So do you have to reserve a time or anything, or like how does it work?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, there was no time slots left for the extended tours. That's because you definitely recommend that you make a reservation before you showed up. We got going about 2 hours ago and didn't really plan much anything, so that's why we're stuck with the regular tour. But I still think it's going to be a good time. And plus there's plenty to do here at the park besides just the boats. There's 5 kilometers of walking trails. There's all kinds of little shops and food trucks. I saw somebody eating some cheese fries that look pretty delicious. We haven't had lunch yet. So definitely you can make most of a day out of just being here at the park. It's a beautiful place. Great to walk around, especially on a nice cool fall day like today when it's not too hot. In the summertime, I could see where this could be a little bit miserable.
So if you guys look, this is the inside of what the boat looks like. It looks like the chairs flip down, and then that square box in the center is, I guess, what the glass bottom part of the boat is, so you'll be able to see it. I don't want to say this too loud, but I think I just saw a manatee. If I see it again, I'll let you guys know. That's a manatee right there. I think I saw his nose pop up, but I don't know. So that boat's got chairs, but that boat's got benches. So we'll see what happens.
All right, guys, so a little bit of history about the glass bottom boats here at Silver Springs. So Silver Springs is the largest artesian spring here in the state of Florida, basically meaning that the water comes up out of the ground without the help of any pumps or any machines or mechanisms. It's also the oldest commercially operating tourist attraction in the state of Florida, opening in 1878. They've been offering glass-bottom boat tours ever since then. Back in the 1930s, the tour operator here decided that it would be a good idea to maybe try to attract some more tourists here by releasing some monkeys on an island. He didn't realize that monkeys can swim, and so monkeys got off the island and populated the whole nearby area. They are also labeled a public health hazard because they do carry the herpes simplex B virus. So you definitely do not want to get anywhere near these monkeys. They may be cute and cuddly looking. I've been too close to them once on a kayak, and I tell you, they have big teeth. Do not get near the monkeys.
They got you not get bit.
You can also, they have plenty of other things to do here at the state park. There's 5 kilometers of walking trails and hiking trails. There's also plenty of shops and eating, as well as they do offer stand-up paddleboard and kayak rentals from anywhere from $25 to $75, depending on how long you want to rent, either an hour, 2 hours, or all day.
Alright guys, so we are all on the boat. We called our time. We're here at 1:30, and that's what we're gonna do. Get on the boat 1:30. Ready?
Yeah, I'm super ready. There's a guy out there on his jet ski too, so I'm kind of jealous. We could have done that too. Maybe someday.
It's like a no wake zone the entire way up here, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we good?
Yeah.
Ren?
This is like an antique style boat.
Yeah. And that is what the glass bottom boat looks like.
Every 24 hours. The water is 99.8% pure, and it's 72 degrees all year round. Jacksonville. So travels a very long way. It's one of the only rivers that travels north, actually. It's pushed up by the pressure of the water and up through the springs, and that's how we have these springs. So we don't see that rain topside for 20 years.
So guys, here's where the creature with the black lagoon was actually filmed. That's where, I guess, the creature crawled out of it.
We used to feed the monkeys here. There's some sediment on the bottom that kind of makes a snow globe effect. There's one of the holes that kind of not even moving right now, so that's a darn good example, isn't it? But this one is. I don't know why that one's not going.
So they call that, I think you guys can see it, they call that the Florida snow globe. It's all the sediment.
Yeah, the Florida snow globe.
It's about 30 feet here. So it looks a lot. Sometimes officially we wiggle off a beat, we should start all over again. It's kind of so we're looking for a bunch of rocks shaped like a dinosaur.
Yeah, that was a big shark. Rock.
Yep, right there.
You'll see it?
Is that it there?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
That one does.
Alrighty.
So they said that this
Pretty cool.
big piece of wood here is actually a dugout canoe from the Native Americans from the 1500s. It says the oldest artifact that has been found in the state of Florida.
And on.
So this whole time I thought this motor was making a funny noise, but I noticed the big electrical outlets there. It says electric on the inside of it. This is actually all 100% electric boat. And I saw that they, when they dock them, they actually plug them into the dock right
Alright
there.
guys, so this cypress tree's been. This guy up on the right, the statue, is a chief Osceola. He was in the Seminole tribe, so his mother was Native, and they used these guys in here for props. And why are they still here? You say, well, they removed them, and then, well, people had a hissy fit, and they signed a petition, and they got them brought back. So now they're here forever. And we have divers come in, and they dive these guys, and they scrub them down while they do their glass bottoms. And their names are Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. And that's them. People come from far and wide to see these guys. But if you didn't see them in, what was that, I Spy? You might have seen them in Flipper, or Moonraker, or Thunderball. Because they've been in all those movies.
So that was super cool. We saw all kinds of really neat stuff. We saw the Florida snow globe where the spring water is coming up and it's moving all the sediment, all these old snail shells they said are thousands of years old in the bottom of the spring, and it looks like a little snow globe down there. We saw the oldest known human artifact in the state of Florida. It was a dugout canoe made from a cypress tree by Native American Indians back in the 1500s. And we also saw some old statues that were placed at the bottom of one of the springs that was part of I Spy, which I think is a show.
Kids movie?
I don't know, I never saw it.
Yeah, so the 3 statues were Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. So the 3 Good Greek
Yeah,
gods.
so it kind of reminds me a lot of Christ of the Abyss down in the Keys.
Yes.
It's too bad though they don't allow swimming or snorkeling here. Although they do have snorkelers come in, or they do have scuba divers come in and clean those statues like once a year. But unfortunately, unfortunately the general public is not allowed to scuba dive here.
Yeah.
Oh, and another interesting fact, they also said that the sport of scuba diving was invented right here in Silver Springs. So that's another tidbit for you.
Yeah, someone fact check that.
That's what they said on the tour.
All right.
So this is the perfect place to come and celebrate Halloween or have a wedding. I know what's on this girl's mind. It's not wedding bells, it's monkeys with hepatitis.
Herpes.
Herpes. So we're gonna go see if we can find any of those little monkeys jumping around the trees.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't get a disease.
Little buddies.
Big teeth. How terrible would it be if you're having your wedding over here and then all of a sudden you got swarmed by a bunch of monkeys with herpes? That'd be a great way to start your wedding night.
But what a way to go.
Oh, look at this cypress tree. That thing is massive. So they also have glass bottom kayaks you can rent here too. Those are pretty neat. That way if you want the experience of doing like the glass bottom boats but you want to be in control of your own destiny, or you're just a control freak, get a kayak. Don't do it with another person though. Would not recommend. That's why they call them divorce boats.
Look, we do one tandem kayak one time. It was the canoe that was the divorce boat.
Yeah, we do one tandem kayak one time and we never did it again.
That's very true. We didn't do it again, did we?
So I can't tell you, this is an absolutely gorgeous place to come for an afternoon stroll. Especially on a nice cool day like this. I think it's pretty cool. It's about
sweating.
88 degrees out today. So for
I'm
Florida,
sweating.
that's cold. But
Go on.
yeah, Christine over here is not having
No.
a great time.
It's November. It's
too
supposed to be
hot, too
cooler.
humid. I don't think it's bad at all.
What do you know about nothing?
Big old fish. In case we didn't get our obligatory turtle shot. And a bird. An egret, right? Is that what they call those?
Cormorant?
Cormorant, yeah, that's right. And a hinga. Not a finger. And so directly behind me is Black Bear Pavilion, as well as the bathrooms. And it's a little weird because you just walk through a field, but we are going on a nature hike to see if we can find them monkeys. So this is Creek Trail. And they say it's about a 3/4 mile round trip if you do the whole thing. Christine informs me that she did not wear the proper footwear,
No.
so she's not super excited about it, but she's also super excited about monkeys. So we'll see how far she makes it. Which wins out more? Birkenstocks or monkeys?
I don't know. Past some hikers. There's no monkeys today.
So those are the shoes. That's the mud. She's made an executive decision to return around.
Yeah, I want a snack. I always thought he heard monkeys. It's my bag that's squeaking. Saying a lot to be said, if there were actually monkeys confirmed sightings, then we would keep walking. But I'm already sweating. It's 1,000 degrees outside, and I don't want to get bit by a snake.
It is very humid, and since we left the concrete trails, the bugs are swarming too.
Yeah, I'm getting eat up.
Probably should have had some bug spray. They did mention this mansion here is available for rent for events, and it looks like that's where they're having the wedding reception later today, so that would be pretty neat. A couple groomsmen hanging out.
Yeah, but they had free, like in the 90s, they had like free concerts here to get people to come back to the park. So it's like the Beach Boys were here, and like they said the Beatles, but the Beatles were not around in the 90s, so.
Okay. Yeah, so there's another look at the mansion. So when they had concerts here, they also have one of these boats here that they've retired and converted into a little mini bar. I think that's pretty neat, kind of keeping with the theming. You can walk up here and get your drink, and hopefully you don't get too wet when you're on dry land. All right, so some interesting facts that I learned from just reading a sign just now. So some interesting facts that we learned while we're here is that Florida is home to more than 600 freshwater springs. It's the largest concentration of freshwater springs anywhere in the world. Silver Springs is the largest freshwater spring in the entire United States and one of the largest in the entire world. Collectively, all 600 springs in the state of Florida pump about 65 million gallons of fresh water every day. So now we're going to pop into the Discovery Center and see what there is to see in there. It's like a little tiny museum right here about the springs. So we're going to learn about the history.
And then we're going to the gift shop.
Here is one of the props from The Creature from the Black Lagoon that was filmed here in the early 1900s. Get a better look at his face there. And here you can see some photos of how they used to film some of those old movies. They're pretty neat, these old looking like submarine camera styles. And here's some photos from where they filmed Sea Hunt, the television series here. And here's a good look at one of the statues similar to the ones that we saw at the bottom of the spring from the I Spy series. And also 6 of the Tarzan movies were filmed here, so you can see some of the still shots that were taken here. And as you guys can see here, they do have this really beautiful building here that is all pretty new. They're in the process of still rebuilding some of this, refurbishing it. So a lot of these storefronts here are currently closed, but if you come back in a later date, I'm sure you'll find more stores and shopping, maybe more museum type of things to see. It looks like it's gonna be pretty neat when it's all finished. All right, and so now on to Christine's favorite part, the gift shop. And into the gift shop we go.
Coldest spot in the entire right here.
Yeah, nice air conditioning. And look, you can also pick up a Florida snow globe to remind you of the time that you saw a Florida snow globe. Here's what Christine wants. She wants the snake.
No, I don't want that.
We do have a nice array of
Yes, please.
hats. Let's see what these go for. $30. So, not the cheapest hats I've ever seen. Little manatees, $32 a piece. So what treasures did you find?
Found a magnet for $9.99.
Ooh, okay.
And then a sticker
Ooh,
for $4.99.
nice.
Hi guys, that's what our overtime here at Silver Springs State Park. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the vlog. Kind of bummed out that we didn't get to see any, what do you call those things? Monkeys.
Yeah, we'll have to put in some footage of when we did see them when we came kayaking here. And I think after being here at the Springhead now, definitely as maybe jonesing to bring the jet skis up here, so we'll check that out that way too.
Yep, all right, so I guess that's it. So here's this guy with pro tips.
All right guys, so here are your pro tips for visiting Silver Springs. I would say number 1 is if you want to get one of those glass bottom boat rides, which I highly recommend, definitely want to make sure that you make a reservation online, particularly if you're coming on the weekend, and particularly if you want one of those extended tours, because you will probably not get walk-up availability. And also definitely recommend that you show up to your boat tour on time, because if you are late, they will leave you and you're going to be out of luck.
Right. Big upset.
All right, pro tip number 2 is if you do want to go on one of those hikes, definitely recommend that you bring the proper shoes, as well as some bug spray, probably some sunscreen, because it's definitely out there in the wilderness and you just want to make sure that you're prepared. And pro tip number 3 is seeing monkeys is not guaranteed, but if you do see the monkeys, I definitely recommend that you keep your distance from them, because they do carry diseases and you definitely don't want to bring any of that home with you. That would not be a good time. Try explain that to your spouse that, oh, I got herpes from the monkeys. Nah, that ain't flying. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Really help us out. With that being said, we're out of here and we'll see you next weekend. It's designated a nat.
Yeah, so with that being said, that's you.
It's a shame they don't allow swimming here.
Yeah, of course not. We get rid of those. Back up a little bit so you're in the sun. Like, go ahead. Are you in frame? I'm watching for the man here. Okay, you're in frame. Go ahead.
I don't know if you want to look at the camera and maybe make it look like.
I'm paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
A tripping hazard. Please keep it as a potential tripping hazard.
All right, guys, so here are your pro tips for visiting Silver Spring. I would say number 1 is...
No, we're doing them by the sign.
Well, you said you're not going to do them right now. You can just touch them in later.
All right, fine. I gotta say, here's Liz's pro tips. You're not going to let me say that?
Well, you can say that too. You can't see that anyways.
Okay.
So,
You're stuck in the face. Sorry.
okay. All right, so now we're going to pop into the Discovery Center. It doesn't really work. All right. Pretty flowers on the B-roll. Pretty flowers all around. Pretty flowers, B-roll. Pretty flowers. Oh, right here.